The Center for Disease Control and Prevention says 1/3 of Americans are headed for diabetes and they don't even know it.
Fargo medical weight loss specialists, you're going to have some free diabetes screenings going on this month. Very easy. You can just show up there, call them. We'll give you more info in just a moment. But Dr. Spencer Berry and Nicole Jackson, and maybe Ryan Berry is going to join us. I'm not sure yet, but to both of you, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks.
So let's talk about it. I think September is like a diabetes month to sort of educate people,
for
or
childhood diabetes, yes.
And so you guys are doing free tests this whole month?
Well, the reality, what we're really looking to do is, and what is being there's a big emphasis from the CDC and the American Medical Association to look at prediabetes. So it's prediabetes screening. The disease of diabetes is actually more of a spectrum disease. It goes from non-existent to bad to worse to worst. Folks with prediabetes are very sick. And about 90% of the folks that are pre-diabetic do not know that they are, and yet those are the folks that if they do nothing will become diabetic within the next 5 years. So about 90 million Americans, 1 in 3 adults, have pre-diabetes. They're already at risk for heart attack, stroke, kidney failure, these types of things. Nothing's being done. Most of them don't know they have it. However, there's very effective treatment as it relates to lifestyle intervention. There's even medication that can help.
And for people that aren't aware, talk to me through, so let's say I become diabetic. What does that mean for me?
Well, over time, it's a slow progressing disease process, and people don't have any effects necessarily, though you don't feel it, and that's why it's probably one of the deadliest diseases, because you don't feel necessarily all that bad from it. But if we don't control the blood sugar, it will lead to ravaging of your kidneys, the small vessels in your kidneys, in your eyes, the small vessels in your feet, and that's why, you know, sometimes you'll hear, oh, my grandmother had an amputation of her foot. She was a diabetic. That is due to poor control of their blood sugar long term, the effects that it has long term. I used to be a dialysis nurse before I went back to nurse practitioner school, and the number two reasons for kidney dialysis is diabetes and high blood pressure, two disease processes of which we can prevent. They're 85 to 90% preventable.
So if my diabetes gets so bad, the onset, I can have my foot amputated?
Potentially.
Potentially, that's one of the leading cause of kidney failure, the need for dialysis and ultimately transplant for kidneys is diabetes, okay, and also for blindness. Other than to have your eye traumatically enucleated or taken out, leading cause for blindness is diabetes. And so foot amputation, I mean, a lot of things, again, heart disease, stroke. So this is a disease that costs about $250 billion every year just in expense, but it ravages the lives for patients. And so we're seeing it at a younger and younger age. This is the thing. It used to be something that we only saw in adulthood and later adulthood. Now 1 in 3 newly diagnosed diabetics are teenagers. And so this is why we have to watch specifically, again, their eating behaviors, nutritional habits, and watch their body weight, because folks with increased body weight are at markedly increased risk for prediabetes and diabetes and all of these other health issues.
Let's talk about these free tests that you guys are doing. This is I just got my blood drawn. This is my little, I don't want to show it, but I got this thing in my hand. So talk about what you guys are doing to help people get a free screening to understand where they're at from a diabetic standpoint.
You do not have to be a patient of medical weight loss specialist. This is open to the public. People can come in to medical weight loss specialists, and we will have staff on hand to have your hemoglobin A1C, which the hemoglobin A1C is the best test to have drawn when looking for prediabetes and diabetes, because it's a 90-day average. The problem with a fasting blood sugar is that it can vary depending on what did you eat the day before or how true was the fasting, and it's the last indicator to change when we're diagnosing prediabetes and diabetes. And so A1C is a 3-month average. You can come in, have this drawn free of charge. We'll give you a packet of information talking about prediabetes, diabetes. Either myself or Dr. Berry will sit down with you talking about what your risks are, what potentially, how we can treat it, mostly through nutritional changes. And then if you want to, you know, talk to your primary care provider about it, or we'd be happy to visit with you and treat you as well. So
That's awesome. So where do I get your phone number or your address, or how do I show up and get this done?
I think it's on the screen. So
Yeah, it's on the screen. It's
You've done TV before, apparently.
Yeah, 701-205-3088, and we'll be glad to see folks. And again, it's non-fasting. That's the other nice thing about this blood test. You don't have to be fasting to have it drawn. You can stop in any time of day.
How long does it take for you to get the results then once you draw the blood and do the test?
About a day.
Okay. So then you can know pretty quickly right away what kind of is going to
So,
happen.
Ryan, I'm going to know by like Monday, Tuesday where I'm at?
Absolutely.
Monday, we'll have it back on Monday.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's very quick, and it's painless virtually, and so patients can know very quickly whether they're at risk or whether they need to initiate treatment to help prevent what could be really serious health issues down the road.
So I can come in today and through the entire month of September.
That's correct.
Awesome stuff. Thanks you to both of you very,
Thank
very much.
you.
Larson, you're going to get your...
I think I'm going to have to go get it drawn. I'll get it ready.
Head to their website as well, fargomedicalweightloss.com if you want to get more information, get their address and whatnot. But I think it's a great, almost like just a community service. You can go in and get this done for free, see where you're at. And again, if you don't know you have it, which many people it sounds like don't, prevent yourself from, I mean, I can't believe you can get your foot amputated. That scared me. So stick around. We're going to wrap up the show right after this.